Nothing much, man. I'm glad to be here. Glad to be here. What made me come up with It's Broken was pretty much an experience that I had, and it's pretty much describing a relationship that's going to end, regardless of what you do, and the example or the way that I try to describe It's Broken is, seeing a vase falling off a table. It's broken would be that vase in the air falling. Not when it actually breaks, but when it's in air and it's suspended. That's the whole basis of It's Broken. You can try to reach out and catch it and fumble it and it'll break regardless. You can try to pick up the pieces and put it back together, but it won't be the same. So it's really just the acceptance and, I guess, the realization that it's inevitable. It's gonna end. So, ergo, it's broken. I think It's Broken will have. I think it'll have good shock value. I think the people, the audience, will respond pretty well to It's Broken. I think it's a song that people can relate to, and I think if you can't relate to it yet, or you're just not at that point, or you haven't reached that point in a relationship, or you haven't had a relationship like that, then you can still enjoy it for it being sonically great, Well, the vulnerability in my music, I think, comes from, just being an artist and having that obligation. I feel like a lot of people tend to go through things, and again, as an artist, I feel like it's my job, to report back to the audience. Like, you know what, you may have gone through this, and I may have gone through this, but let me express it in a way where you can really relate and say, you know what, I've been through that. I know exactly what he's talking about. So I feel like it's a duty as an artist to really just paint that picture for the audience to be able to say, you know what, I understand wholeheartedly where he's coming from. Mm-hmm. So I think the vulnerability just comes from there, I am working on projects at this time, other projects at this time. It's Broken is just a small piece, I guess the tip of the iceberg from the whole project, which is titled The Wall, which pretty much describes everything that I'm going through at this point in my career, and it has great records on there like Truth or Dare. It has Bad Guy, and it also has Piano Man. And I'm very excited about this project, and I think it's going to come across well. It's going to translate well to the audience and the fans, potentially. It's Broken does talk about a relationship that has ended, and I think it is a clear assumption or an accurate assumption to say that I am single. Yes, I am. And I think the reason for that being is a combination of things. I think time, for one, and I guess you could throw a little bit of fear in there, a little bit of anxiety. It's just a whole bunch of different things that keeps me at this point right now. Even though I'm more of a relationship kind of guy, the bachelor life is cool, but waking up to somebody every now and then is a different kind of feeling. Honestly, I eat any and everything at any given time. I'll eat at 3 in the morning. I'll eat at 6 a.m., 10 a.m., 5 p.m. It doesn't even matter. I eat like a pig, Do I have any industry crushes? It's kind of a tough question. I think I don't know. Beyonce's already taken, so I guess I could scratch her off my list. Sorry, Jay. Yeah, sorry. She's beautiful though. Rihanna, Bridget Kelly. Do they have to be music industry? Because Zoe Saldana's tough. There's a lot. I can keep going on and on and on and on. A lot of things inspire me to write. Life inspires me to write, and as vague as it may sound, everything I do from a day to day is music. I could be having a conversation with one of my friends, and they could say something that'll spark an idea. You know what I mean? And that one word, that one phrase, that one sentence will lend itself as a potential concept for a song, you know? So everything that I do, walking up the street, I could see somebody crossing the street, and that'd be a perfect concept for a song, you know what I mean? Everything about life is inspiration. My strengths and my weaknesses for creating music, I think my greatest strength is being able to create music very fast and still have it translate my message, you know, have it come across the way that I want to come across. But on the flip side, I think my greatest weakness is just that, because I can start a project, and in the process of that, I'll have an idea and I want to start another one, so I'll leave that one and move on to that next project. And then it's just reoccurring because that same project I just started and I left the other project behind. Now I find myself creating something new because I have a new idea, and it just keeps on going, and at the end of the day I'm sitting there with 15 unfinished songs, you know, and it's like, where do I go from here kind of thing, you know? So I think my greatest strength is also my greatest weakness. There's a ton of artists that I would like to work with, you know, both mainstream and underground. From Jay-Z, Usher, Beyonce, you know, and even, that's just people mainstream, you know, as far as people who are still on the rise in getting mainstream. I think there's some other artists that I would love to do some work with. There's this artist, True, pretty talented rapper. He got his project coming out, I think, soon. There's some people in Rhode Island still that I still need to touch base with, you know, get my hands on some tracks with them. But there's a lot of artists that I think I'd work well with. What do I do when I'm not making music? I am doing music. I don't think I'm never not doing music. You know, I think, like I said earlier, music is life. You know what I mean? It's exactly that. Everything I do, every breath that I take is music driven. You know what I mean? And at this point in my music career, I feel like everything that I do put out there is my resume in the making. You know, it's everything I have to give, everything that I have to offer. And I think that's what's gonna make me stand out a little more. You know, there's still gonna be that creative aspect of me in my music, but it's really gonna be everything that I'm going through. You know, and that may be kind of selfish of me to say or selfish of me to do, but I feel like I can't give anything less than what I know. If I wasn't in the music world, where would I see myself? If I wasn't in the music world, I think I'd be trying to find the spaceship to go to the music world. You know, I can't get away from it. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't get away from it. I don't think it would let me. And again, not to be repetitive, but this is what I do day in, day out. I go to sleep thinking about it, and I wake up thinking about it, and I think that's a period behind that. Thank you for your time as well. This is for you.